the time is nigh. Open up your eyes to see the signs of the time. Got to be wise to all of their lives. Look to the skies from where my help comes. Wake up, got to wake up from the slumber. Don't let them pull you under. Rise up, up off the water. Never let them wrestle you into the mud.
All right. Wait, can you hear me? Give me a sound check. Greetings in the name of His and Her Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I, Empress Zero Menin. Yes, y'all already know is one perfect balance. Greetings and welcome to Politically Incorrect, where we get it correct. And if we're not correct, feel free to correct us. Oh man, today was such a powerful day. Met some really interesting people in the last few days. I don't know. The universe is conspiring. It is obvious. I'm turning my phone on vibrate. It's been going off all evening. Oh, shucks. There you go. All right. Yeah, it's off. It's off? Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's been one of them days, man. All right. Let me set it up. So, what's up, family? I trust that everyone is having a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday and everything is going great. Yeah. I trust that today was as productive for you as it was for me. I got a few things I definitely want to talk about this evening, and one is going to blow your mind. Yes, I'm definitely going to touch on my usual topic. I'm going to be a thorn in somebody's side for sure. But I also want to ask a question. What is the truth about Barbados? I mean, when it comes to the story we've been told, the spirit led me to some stuff today, man, that blew my mind. I was doing some research on one thing and a link popped up in my feed. I'm like, yo, what's this? So, you know me, I clicked on it. And when I heard what I heard, when I heard what she said when she said it, it was like, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. So I got to drop this science tonight for my people, man. So it's going to be one of those nights where, man, look, I got to do this, family. This wasn't the original plan, but I'm led in this direction, so I got to do it. I got to do it. And a part of my tardiness, by the way, I got to apologize because everybody's time is precious. Trying to do a million things in one. But I'm here. Good night. Monica, I see you, family. Good night to you too. Good night to everyone for sure. I see you, Andrea. I see you. Sharon, shalom, my people. What up? Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. You know, I got to give a special salute to the family. You know who you are. He said he was going to shout me out tonight. I'm going to wait and see if he shouts out. But yeah. Big respect to the king and queen. Say they watch it all the time. Him and his queen, they watch it all the time. That's what inspires me. You know, you got a family, king and queen watching it. Yo, Moore, I see you. Greetings, family. I just realized you sent me a voice note. I haven't even listened to it as yet. You got to link me during the day, King. I got your joint. It's in the van, actually, carrying it every single day. I got your joint waiting for you. I can't wait to give it to you. Make sure you shout me during the day. Let me link up. Let me get this thing going. For sure. But tonight, family, I got some links I'm going to share with you. It might get a bit emotional. And I say that because we're going to go down a historical rabbit hole here. Everything in Barbados is not what it seems. That's why they do the things they do. And the thing is, that's why I said, somebody told me earlier that they heard the speech by our prime servant at the UN general election. And, again, it's impressive on an international level for those listening. It sounds good, but nah. I mean, you missed out a lot of key parts. I mean, major key parts. We don't want the debt extension. We don't want to transform anything. We don't, nah. In fact, I think the word she used was, what was it? It wasn't transform. Something else she said. But my point is, we don't want to extend the debt to the second and the third generation. We don't want you to change your policies to allow the debt to be put on pause. We don't want none of that. We don't want your debt, period. What we want is what you owe us so we could do what we need to do and you could keep your debt. How does that sound? That's what the message needs to be said. Now, I don't know anybody else for being impressed by that, because there are folks who are in different who sit in different parts of the class room. Get it? In the class room. Nevertheless, what I'm saying is that we don't want the debt to be deferred to our children's children. I mean, I know you probably mean, well, from a prime minister standpoint, dealing with the plantocracy and the social partners. Nah, the people don't want that. No, we don't want that. We want what is rightfully ours. That's the language you need to speak at that event. So, we don't, nah. In fact, let me just get right into it. I'm gonna get right into it. I'm not even gonna waste any time. So I'm doing my research, like I said, minding my business, focus on what I'm focusing on, doing what I do. And I came across this clip. I'm like, yo, what is this? This look like Barbados. I recognize this area. Why this looked familiar? It looked familiar. So, I listened and I looked at it. It says the first black village. Of course, the word black is in all caps. I'm gonna leave that for another conversation. History of Barbados history of Barbados you didn't know about. So I'm thinking, well, how is this possible? I live in Barbados. I mean, there's not much I don't know about, but I'm always open to learn. I don't know everything, but I have a pretty good grasp on a number of things. But I'm always eager to learn about Barbados. So, I clicked on this link. It redirected me from what I was focusing on. And this page opened up. And I'm like, wait a minute. First of all, in fact, let me just go here real quick. I don't even know if I could find the actual first part of it. I see right now that it's kind of loading. It's saying it's loading. Now I know how this thing go. I'm gonna let that spin for a minute. But family, what I'm about to share tonight may upset some of you. It may upset some of you to the point where you might not even want to watch this program anymore. But I got to do what I got to do. And I'm going to share what I got to share. Well, like I said, it might upset a few of you. So, matter of fact, before I actually play this video, I got to shout out to everybody tuning in. Come on in, family. Come on in. Money is just an idea. Shout out to Sean Cool, man. What up? Greetings to you, family, from over and away. Greetings. I trust it all as well. Big Pain is in the house. Listen, shout out to the YouTube family. I find the YouTube family different to the Facebook family. I'm realizing that. But I give thanks to all of you who take the time to tune in. Like I said, tonight is one of those nights. What is the truth about Barbados? I notice I spelled Barbados with an E. I'm going to share some stuff tonight, like I said, that might be a little disturbing. I may very well cause some folks to not want to watch this program. Again, I tell people this is not a show. This is a program, because you're going to be programmed with some of this information. This is information to program and cause you to rethink what you thought you knew. This is not for show or entertainment. This is a serious thing. And tonight is one of those serious nights. And I'm telling you, some folks might unsubscribe tonight. So if you happen to be one of those folks, let me say in the early, I do this out of love, family. I do this out of love. But I got to tell you the truth, the whole truth. On the corner, Ralph Torn, nothing but the truth. Yeah, that was hilarious. He's sitting in a room of criminals. That was funny. Next, I don't know, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm gonna play a video later on in a minute. But in fact, maybe I should play that video. Now I can play this first. I gotta play this. In fact, this is going to set the tone for what I'm going to play. I'm telling you, it's going to disturb folks, man. But anyhow, greetings to the family, man. I see you too, family. Greetings, family. Big Pain, I tell you, I see you, man. You ain't easy. Miss Welch is all good. Good night to you too, family. Okay, we have two Sharons. Greetings, family. Greetings. was not getting notifications, had to go and click on the bell and all. Listen, a lot of folks told me that. In fact, I myself had to go and reprogram my phone to accept it because I couldn't believe it. But like I said, I know that I'm shadow banned. It's not like I don't know that. Like I actually know that. I'm the one here. I see the numbers behind the screen, you know, and in some cases you will have maybe 30 views on a video, is like 30 views. Yet I got 200 people like it. It's like, well, wait a minute, that don't make no sense. But I don't know. Maybe somehow, I don't know, algorithm, whatever it is. The point is, once somebody get the message, that's who get the message, man. Your job is to share it and share it and share it. Don't let them decide who see, who don't see. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. I'm gonna play this video right here, family. And in no way, like I said, do I mean any harm. I don't mean any harm. This ain't no malice. This ain't no envy. This is no hate. Ain't nothing like that. I do this out of love. But this is probably going to upset a lot of people. But I got to do what I got to do, family. So go ahead. I see you, brethren. Rastafari. Greetings, King. Isis, long time. Good to see you too, family. Isis, it's going to be one of those nights, Isis. So let me just get right into this video real quick, man. Let me go and play this. Y'all, listen carefully to this, okay? Listen carefully.
Greetings, good people. So, in a village, this was the first freedom village here in Barbados after emancipation.
Okay, so for those who might not know, this young lady she's from Africa. She was here in Barbados. She has a page called African Tigress. And so my thing is, I never heard of her before, never seen it. I came across this in my research day, like I said. And when I saw it, I recognized the area. Like I know exactly where this is. This is freedom, what they call Freedom Village. So I clicked on it, like, wait a minute. So I had to click on it. And like I said, so I was listening and it says First Black Village. So I was like, First Black Village? Like, what is this? History of Barbados you didn't know about. I'm thinking, like I said, let me learn. So I'm gonna pull it from the top. Listen to what, in fact, I ain't gonna even tell you. Just listen.
Greetings, good people. So, in a village, this was the first freedom village here in Barbados after emancipation. After emancipation, and I just want to give you a walkthrough or tour around, and I have someone who is going to be taking me around this place, and this is one of the places that you should come and check out for history and to get to really understand the culture and everything Barbados. So let me introduce our host.
Hello. Welcome to Barbados.
Yes. Maybe you can tell us your name.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sharon Johnson. I'm with the Prime Minister's Office, Division of Culture.
All right. Thank you so much. So maybe you can take us around here.
Yes, certainly. It's a pleasure to have you at Rock Hall. This park sits within the first Freedom Village established after emancipation in 1840 by
First Freedom Village established after emancipation. Wait. Let me scale this back a bit. Maybe I missed something. Let me scale this back a bit. Let me scale it. Because maybe, you might miss something.
Around here.
Yes, certainly. It's a pleasure to have you at Rock Hall. This park sits within the first Freedom Village established after emancipation in 1840.
1840. This park sits within the first, okay, you know what? Let me let it play.
By former enslaved people from Mount Wilson Plantation. They were given a bequeath by their former owner for this property, and this is what they did. They really purchased this property and established these lots. Now,
they were bequeathed the land, they purchased the property, and they purchased the lots. Dr. Sharon Johnson, I don't know who she is. She allegedly works for the Prime Minister's office. I don't even think Mia knows about, well, maybe she does. I don't know. Maybe she doesn't even know about this. But Miss Johnson, anybody know this young lady's number? Look, if one of your friends or family is watching, I hope somebody could send her a message really quick. I'll give it a few minutes. I'll give it a few minutes here. Send her a message and tell her to tune in. In fact, my number on the screen. Have her give me a call, and maybe she could come on the live and explain to us, how is this the first black village they were bequeathed and they bought this? This is Rock Hall, sis.
Now that was at a time when black people, enslaved people could not own land. So for
Wait, what?
them, it meant they were able then owning land in Barbados meant that you could then participate in politics. You then had a say on what goes on. Yes. So it's
Listen, like, who is this woman, man? You hear what she telling this? I mean, y'all hearing this, or just me? Maybe it's just me. Because when last I checked, Rock Hall was given to the people who snitched on the insurrection with Bussa. This had nothing to do with no emancipation. They were given that as a reward for snitching when they were planning to burn down the plantation and chop off a few white people's head. Well, let me phrase that. Chop off a few plantation owners' head because they all wasn't white. And we know this. This had nothing to do. Look, this is the month of April. Wait a minute. What's today's date? Hold on a minute. Yes, it was April 16th. Wait. What happened on April 16th? I don't even know. You know what? Let me see if I correct, because the ancestors now hit me with something right there. Let me see. 1816. Why is April the 16th so important in my mind at this moment? What happened on April the 16th? Why is April the 16th important in Barbados? Can somebody Google that real quick and tell me why is that so important? For some reason, that is coming out as important in my mind. Really important in my mind. I don't know why. That just hit me like bam, download. Can somebody please check and tell me why am I not? I know this. I do know this. I know April the 16th. Why is that important? They tell me to forget. Let me see the comments real quick, man. I see you, Monica. Greetings to you too. She said you're always spelling Barbados with an E. Serious. Yes, that's in Rock Hall, St. Thomas. That's definitely Rock Hall, St. Thomas. She said she's foolish. I don't know if she's foolish or not, Mr. Clark, but I can tell you something. I know she's not accurate, and I would hate to think that the good doctor, either A, maybe she's a doctor in religion, because see this doctor thing, this fool people, maybe she's a doctor in theology or something, but she definitely is not one in history, because that something ain't right about this story. Look, I was minding my business today. I don't know nothing about this. I had a whole different program for this evening. And this thing jumped out at me. I'm like, it kept calling me. So I click on it, like I said. And when I first heard this Miss Johnson speaking, I was like, whoa, what are you desecrating the ancestors? Though, like, sis, what you talking about? Were you either masking the truth to make it? Listen, hold on. I'm gonna let y'all listen to what she say fully, because I think this is important. Let me go back here, man. I think this is important. I don't know who this lady is, man, or where she from, Miss Montley. I mean, I ain't got nothing against you, Miss Montley. Like, straight up. You are prime minister. You're doing the job you were hired to do for the plantocracy. I fully get that. We ain't got no issue. I don't always like decisions you make, and I share that decision with you. I share that information right on this platform. So that's not the issue. But whoever this woman is, you need to have a meeting with her first light, man. And this right here need to be set straight, because I definitely gonna message this young lady and tell her, take that crap down, because you spreading lies. I don't know what you think you promoting. Definitely send her a message and give her in fact, I might even give her an interview, pull her on the program and see if she would come on the live, man. Hey, the Tigress. Anyhow, now, seriously speaking though, this right here.
Maybe you can tell us your name.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sharon Johnson. I'm with the Prime Minister's Office, Division of Culture.
All right. Thank you so much. So maybe you can take us around here.
Yes, certainly. It's a pleasure to have you at Rock Hall. This park sits within the first Freedom Village established after emancipation in 1840 by former enslaved people from Mount Wilson Plantation. They were given a bequeath by their former owner for this property, and this is what they did. They really purchased this property and established these lots. Now that was at a time when black people, enslaved people, could not own land. So for them, it meant they were able then owning land in Barbados meant that you could then participate in politics. You then had a say on what goes on. Yes. So it speaks to the enfranchisement of black people in Barbados.
Okay.
So this is one of the built up, really improved wall slave huts that was here on the property when we.
Let me start right there. Yes, family. How could I have forgotten? April the 16th is the Bussa Rebellion. It is the Bussa Rebellion. Like, yo, that just hit me like April 16th. I mean, like, yo, oh man. And I came across this today. Look, family, yo, I give thanks. I give thanks. I give thanks, man. Think Bussa Rebellion. Brethren, I give thanks, family. I give thanks, family. And this way we would never forget, man. Because they speak to us from beyond, man. I can't speak for everybody, but who in tune. Only who feels it knows, man. And this right here, nah, I ain't letting this slide. I ain't letting this slide at all. Dr. Sharon, all due respect, right? You wrong, man. You're not even wrong. You dead wrong for this. I don't know who schooled you or if this was purpose work. You need to fix this, man. Somebody call her. My number on the screen. 838-8253. Send a message, man. She works for the Prime Minister's office. We're here, we're getting on. Wait a minute, hold up. Is this the same? Wait, hold up. Man, okay. Spirit, don't tell me something too. Ain't this something? Isn't this one of the Prime Minister's personal assistants? Y'all look into that. Look at somebody know somebody be knowing what's going on, you know. Sharon, though, yeah, we're gonna make you famous, man. We're gonna make you real famous. You're gonna fix this. That you telling what you're telling is not the truth, man. They didn't, I'm not saying some folks didn't later on buy property, but the folks that got that initially was given to it, they were given that as a gift. The first Freedom Village. It wasn't the first black village. Nah. It was where they sent those who snitched on the rebellion, who told on the people who was in the rebellion, including Nani and the others. Nah, that's not what happened. We know the families that was there was families that part of those who informed. Yeah, we know that. And again, this is not to point fingers at anybody who lives in Rock Hall. That's not what this is. But if we're going to be truthful about what happened to us as a people, we can't twist the narrative to make it to glamorize it. They were this is how they were enfranchised, you know, and they had a right then to be involved in politics. That is a bunch of hogwash, man. Straight up, sis. You know that ain't true. You know that ain't true. They ain't had no say in nothing. The only say they had was to tell master what was going on the plantation. Man, this is crazy. This is crazy. It even gets worse.
When we did the development of the site. So we decided to retain the facade so that people would see the size. This was an entire house.
Oh,
we're a family. Yes, we're a family. An entire family, probably 5-6 people would live. So we retained this structure and we officially opened the park in 2020. So there you have the sign. It was opened by the then Minister of Culture, John King, and the representative for the area, Cynthia Ford. So we're going to go now. I'm going to take you past.
So were these like the original houses?
Yes, some of these over the street.
Yeah.
The original lots of where the first settlers live. This first house is the Richards.
The first settlers. Can't make this stuff up, man.
Family. They are the descendants of of a family of the original settlers.
Oh, and they still stay there.
They still stay there, and this street is called Fire Hill. So as you go through there, you see all of the original houses, some of the original houses, some of the original plots, and you also see how the chattel house, the vernacular architecture has transformed.
Okay.
Okay.
So you see, this is
this is the chattel house. This is built to resemble what a traditional chattel house would have looked like.
All right, I'm just going to put the link in the comments. Y'all can go watch the rest of that. I got some other stuff to share tonight. And this right here, Miss Sharon, Dr. Sharon, I don't know who you are, right? But it's real disingenuous of you to be saying this to some young lady from Africa who's here looking to do a document. I don't even know how. Look, you know what? I'm sure y'all had your reasons why y'all did it like that. I'm sure. But yesterday was the conclusion of the rebellion, the 16th, because some folks went and informed. Yeah, we know what happened. And it's so ironic that, like I'm saying this, like I was on a whole different train of thought. This thing popped up, caught my attention, and I was like, I mean, it literally pulled me right into it. And that pulled me into something else, which I'm gonna show you next. It's like, I'm telling you, man, I was like, I just submitted to it. So I had to do this. I had to do this tonight, man. Man. So that she reading from a script. I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe there's an earplug. The point is, these folks right here don't tell the truth about our narrative. And now, and when you see it coming from the highest level, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, family. It be your own. That's why I'm saying the plantations. We keep saying the white man, England, and Europeans. Ain't no pale face white man left England and came to the Caribbean in this scorching sun to be, house with a plant. Nah, they left people here, and there were folks here who were running these plantations that look just like you and I, man. We got to stop this idea that they're a bunch of white folks. Yes, there are some white folks, but they made deals with the locals. They made deals with people who were here. They form alliances, form corporations. The same thing they do now. In fact, it's the same thing they're doing now. Yeah. Same families. A lot of these plots. In fact, if it is possible that the first quote unquote black village, freedom village, that was gifted to those, bequeathed to those who informed on the others that were fighting for their freedom, and they were given freedom and given land. They purchased the land. She never tell us what they purchased it with, though, but I ain't gonna touch that part yet. I ain't gonna let that one go right over the head. They purchased property. The slaves bought the land, but I ain't know how they, anyhow, you let that go. So they bought this land, and so if the original folks, according to her, still live there, well, is it fair to assume that a lot of these plantation and these close-knit corners of Barbados where these families live, are they not the descendants of those who did the crime? And should then they not be held accountable? Miss Motley, you on the world stage begging the World Banks and these other organizations to give you time and space to pay your bills. And you got folks right here in Barbados don't get a break at the water authority, don't get a break at the light and power, don't get a break at the supermarket, they ain't getting a break at the bank with the mortgage, and the government surely ain't putting nothing in place to give them time and space. Like, really? I listen to these speeches, I be thinking, like, and the folks be hailing praises. I'm telling myself, these folks that giving their praise are people that work in the office of the Prime Minister. So they'll say what they have to say, like Dr. Johnson here. Like Dr. Johnson, with all due respect, man, I don't know what your doctorate is in, but it clearly isn't in the knowledge of the history of this land. So I'm going to school you tonight, man. That place where you stand in, yeah, that's where they gave those who informed on the Bussa Rebellion. You know the big Bussa Rebellion? The irony is that they made it sound as if, this plantation owner died and he bequeathed this, he gave it, he was so moved by their loyalty to him. All those years and generations, he gave them the land, gave it to them. Let me let this one go. Let me just go to the next one real quick. Moving right along, family. Moving right along, man. Like, this is crazy. If that's the prime public servant secretary, She had no manners, along with no knowledge of anything, not even her job. And I'm speaking from experience talking with her, very unprofessional. Really? Really? Oh, she unmanly too? Man, don't say that, man. She's not here to defend herself. So I'm going to just chalk this up and let it slide. But we're going to make a mental note of this for sure. Yo, man, the 14th to the 16th, April 18, 16, man. Cha. Cha. Sometimes I feel like I would go on, man, but if I go on, the tears would just start falling. So let's go and take a break. Let's go and take a break. Let's go and take a break. Yeah. You know, for some people, this might be, you know, a hobby or whatever reason they do what they do. You know, but when the ancestors is whispered to you, when you really can't explain to people who don't know. Yeah. Let me go to the next one, family. Let me go to the next one. 1816. April the 16th. You know, I give thanks to you too, man. I give thanks. I give thanks to you too, man. You know, we here together, family. I'm gonna show you something right now, man. Again, that I mean, we know it's the truth, sister. Empress, we know that for sure. But I give people the benefit of the doubt, even sometimes when they don't deserve it. I always give them the space. Look, the number on the screen, man. Somebody could send her this number. She could come on tonight. If not, she could call me and tell me how wrong I was and correct me. But Dr. Johnson, nah. You know, I wouldn't even ask you to resign, man. Do like TD Jakes. Your name get called up and stuff, man. You know, some serious business, man. Go check it out, man. Check it out, man. Check it out. Check it out. But this one right here, family, is another situation. I'm minding my business. The first link comes up, pull me into a whole direction with the ancestors. Click on it. And in the first few minutes, what I heard, man, gave me chills. I was like, oh, hell no, the devil is a liar. The devil is a liar. And I didn't even realize that today is the 17th and yesterday was the 16th. I wasn't even studying none of that till just now. That just hit me like 16. So I had to look, wait, today's the 17th, but yesterday. And I realized why. And I'm watching that particular one. And then this one pops up. I'm like, wait, hold on. What is this? Wait, what is this, man? Y'all really doing it to me tonight. Reparation demands. Should Britain pay for slavery in Barbados? I said, wait. Should Britain pay for slavery in Barbados? Miss Martin, you were just at the UN. Britain was sitting right there. You talking about debt and we want the whole thing changed to suit a narrative of giving more time and pausing, pay back. And we don't want none. We want Britain sitting right there. Say, Britain, wait, hold on a minute. Don't you owe us some money? We don't need to borrow money for no World Bank. Britain got the paper, the money. In fact, according to the records, Britain got the gold. We could take gold and do we thing, quite frankly. So I watched this particular one now. I was watching it again. Some interesting points early on. I skipped a few. The bronze with Gabby and whatnot. They have some white folks and cane cutting. I don't want to go down that road. I'm gonna let y'all watch this as well. I'm gonna just give y'all the link. But there's a few points I want to highlight purposely. A few points I want to highlight purposely. I'm gonna put that link up there as well. Put that in the comments right there. Post that real quick. I definitely want to share this one as well. That last one right there, I thought that gave me chills. But when I watched this particular one right here, man, it disturbed me immensely, even further. The question is, should Britain pay reparation for slavery in Barbados? What is the truth about Barbados, family? Let me give you the truth about Barbados in clips real quick. And again, family, a lot of folks might unsubscribe tonight because of this information, but I'm going to give it up. I'm going to give it up to show you how, I mean, Ralph Torn, for example. Yeah, I got to go to Ralph Torn. I always go to Ralph Torn. Ralph Torn is on this narrative about Barbados is ready to support them. Barbados is ready for this. Barbados is ready for that. Meanwhile, he calling himself King's Counsel, reminding us of all the colonial happenings, wearing it proudly as a badge of honor. But he for the people. Ralph, the people, we about here though, and we ain't into 9 so though, Ralph. We ain't about nothing so. We ain't about, in fact, let me go a little step further, man. You see this video right here? Let me let this play, family. Pay attention to this one here too.
Usually when we hear reparations, we think of money. It is so much more than money, and it's about enfranchisement economically. It's about building out the healthcare system. It's about education. It's for indigenous people as well.
So again, I ask you, what does it mean to emancipate yourself fully? Because 1833, we free the body, but what about the mind and the shackles that bind us in the servitude?
Akeem sees a future where European investment frees Barbados from a reliance on white patronage.
So we emancipate ourselves from the plantation system, only to live in the prison of tourism.
Only to live, we emancipate ourselves from the plantation system, only to imprison our minds in tourism, or the system of tourism. But wait, let me play that part again. You got to hear that clip. That's why I'm playing this part, man.
Enfranchisement economically. It's about building out the healthcare system. It's about education. It's for indigenous people as well.
So again, I ask you, what does it mean to emancipate yourself fully? Because 1833, we free the body, but what about the mind and the shackles that bind us in the servitude?
Akeem sees a future where European investment frees Barbados from a reliance on white patronage.
So we emancipate ourselves from the plantation system, only to live in the prison of tourism.
Serious, right, family? Emancipate ourselves from the plantation system, only to imprison ourselves in tourism. I tell y'all, tourism is slavery. Y'all don't think, yeah, look, man, that whole hospitality crap they be trying to teach Paul Marine, these places, all that is how to teach you how to fold up sheets behind white folks, man. How to pick up their dirty clothes and underwears from the ground and sanitary napkins that they don't even put in the garbage, but they're straight next to the toilet on the floor. And I've heard stories of sisters who work in these places, the things they tell me, man, like, you for real? We ain't even gonna talk the place you gotta wear white gloves to serve food. You can't touch the plate. Anyhow, but I wanted to touch that briefly and segue into the next part. I wanted that to stick home. But this is where I'm going with this right here. And I wonder why they never told us this in school. I'm gonna skip all this. I'm gonna skip all that. I'm gonna skip all this is where I'm going right here, family. I'm going right here with this one. Should I start right here? Yeah, I gonna go back here. I gonna go back. I think this is important. I think the language is important right back. I think this language is important. I'm gonna play this part.
Owners who were compensated.
Apologies that we.
Here you go.
Barbados's museum holds the secrets of this dark history. The records here give a glimpse into the lives of the people who suffered under slavery.
The museum holds the secrets. Now, a lot of us just visit the museum, but we don't get to see this part. Let's go to this thing, man.
Barbados' museum holds the secrets of this dark history. The records here give a glimpse into the lives of the people who suffered under slavery. Kevin Farmer is the museum's deputy director and an expert on its collection from that time.
Right. So here's the Newton Journal. The importance of this is, for us, immense.
This was an inventory log for one of the island's largest plantations. The stock accounts enslaved humans.
Uba, who's in the field gang at age 20. Celia, who's in the second gang at age 17.
So a 17-year-old woman out cutting cane by
Out cutting
hand.
cane by hand, yes. Cutting cane, who's planting cane, who's weeding, doing the same work, manual labor that men are doing at the age of 17. And she is going to be in that job till she dies. Here we have someone called Phil Francis, who's past at 4 months.
It's just a baby.
Just a baby.
It's quite chilling the way there's just a giant black line through their name.
For us today, looking back, it just seems so inhumane.
From birth till death.
From birth to death.
This was their life.
That was their life.
Within the library is a book of even greater significance. This is a manual on how to run a slave plantation.
Listen, they have a manual in the museum in Barbados on how to run a plantation. Now, me personally speaking, I think this book needs to be published, printed, and disseminated to all the schools in Barbados so we could teach our children and have them understand that the way the system is functioning right now is exactly what's written in that book. I guarantee you. That's why they would never print that book and put it in schools. Because if you saw how to run a plantation and you read that book and you look around your society, you'd have to say, well, wait, well, wait, though. I mean, this is, in fact, you know what? Family, listen. All I'm going to say, right, is that it is time that we take this to a whole different level. I'm tired of saying it. And before I play this other part, today went to buy some chips. Oh, I saw this sister name. Shout out to you too, Judy. I see you. You and the whole family. I give thanks for tuning in. Listen, went today to Chicken Galore, believe it or not. Hey, buy some chips. I said, why not? I was always told it was a black entity. The black people own it and stuff. So sometimes, I figured support your own. So I was passing by. I said, you know what? I go and see a friend of mine going, then you're going to buy a bag of chips you can drop off. Hey, man. So I made an order portion of chips, large chips. Although the large chips looked like it was, you buy them chips in the bag at the supermarket, them, and you bust them open and you look inside. Although they're full of air, the chips are all on the bottom. It's like half the bag is air and half the chips. But apparently Chicken Galore do the same thing. The bag big, but it's like down to the bottom. But that's the point I want to make. So I was like, yeah, no problem. So I talked to the people there and I was like, yeah, though. So, I support black on everything. The lady said, well, nah, the black man don't know this. So I said, well, the Indian man then, cause you got to be Indian. The Indian. He said, nah, the Indians don't know this. So I was like, who? He said, the white man who on this. A white man on Chicken Galore? I said, but that ain't true. Father concerned a black man is who. So she called the gentleman name. So who is so-and-so? I said, well, I think that's the name. She said, nah, he never owned it. He was just the front. I said, wait. You mean to tell me that all this time, people think they supporting a black business that how to run a plantation, right? Let me teach you.
The blueprint was replicated across the Americas.
Instructions for the management of a plantation in Barbados and for the treatment of Negroes.
You all see this? This is a whole book, instructions on the management of a plantation and the treatment of Negroes. I mean, wait.
On how to run a slave plantation. The blueprint was replicated across the Americas.
Instructions for the management of a plantation in Barbados and for the treatment of Negroes. This book is written by the influential planters of the day.
What does it tell us about how enslaved people were treated on plantations?
It does it in a rather benign fashion. I know from observation and experience that a certain degree of discipline is necessary in the government of Negroes. At best, the language of the book seeks to be benevolent. The operational of that benevolence is far from. It was oppressive, it was sadistic, it was torture. The reality is that most enslaved people, if they lived 15 or 20 years on a plantation and survived, they were lucky. Very early on, persons lasted no more than a decade.
Working slaves to an early grave was the intention of planters. It was a financial calculation. They were cheaper to replace than keep alive.
And these planters, what did they go on to do?
Edward Drax, whose family still owns a plantation in Barbados, his descendants are sitting MPs in the British House of Parliament at this time.
Yeah. Yep. Miss Motley. Yeah, Mr. Drax. Yeah, they're MPs in Parliament. You want to speak to the General Assembly? Yeah, well, right there, man. Go talk to them. And like the brother said, we ain't really want the cash. We want the assets, man. We want the gold. We gonna keep the land. We know what to do with it. But England boasts about having how many trillions of dollars in gold reserve, whatever. Look, man, we don't want the money because the money only has value when you say it has value. We rip it up right now. It don't worth nothing. This is crazy, man. Like, this is crazy. But wait, family, there's more. Barbadians, I'm gonna play this last, but the next one I'm gonna play. I don't think I'm gonna play the other stuff beyond that. I'm gonna let y'all go watch the rest. This right here should incite riots, but of course, I'm not inciting riots. I'm saying riots from a conscious perspective where your mind should be trying to literally outs that slave mentality, because what I'm about to tell you next in this same documentary here should cause you to yes, Richard Drax, he's an MP. In fact, what he said was, I was not alive at the time. I inherited that property through my family that was there. I don't know nothing about no slavery. I keeping it. I ain't giving back jack. Not an inch of land I giving back them people. I keeping it. The funny thing is, he never declared it as part of his assets when he became an NP. That's one thing he left out. I wonder why. But I'm gonna play this next section for you real quick, family. Like I said, I feel the need to do this, man. Like I feel the need to do this. The Willie Lynch came from Barbados to spread knowledge to the, well, that's what they said. But I'll tell you what, whether or not Willie Lynch existed or didn't exist, that information exists. And that book is right there in the library. I ain't gonna tell y'all. Politically incorrect, man. We want copy. We want pictures of something. They could afford to try to hide it now, because how you going to show the overseas journalists and you ain't showing the local ones? I'm just saying. Museum. Yeah. And I bet that's not the only copy in Barbados. I bet that's not the only copy in BIM. Well, let me go here to this section right here, though, man. Like, let me just go to this section right here. Let me just go here, man. Oh, man, you can't make this shit up, man. Sharon said, wow, Sharon. You wouldn't even see. Wait, the wow is now coming, Sharon. Tell a friend to tell a friend, man. Jeff, I don't think that's it, though, but who knows, man? Who knows? That's right, because the truth is hidden in plain sight. I'm about to show you how this truth is hidden. Right in plain sight, man. Right in plain sight, man. Let me show you all this right here. Check this out.
Hi, Trevor. Nice to meet you.
Right on.
Trevor.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you for taking us out to Drax Hall
My
today.
pleasure.
Trevor.
My pleasure.
Start the journey out there.
Listen carefully, family, to what is about to be revealed, right? Now, I didn't even know this. Like I've mentioned Drax Plantation. I've driven by there countless times. And man, let me just play this, man. Let me just play this.
Trevor Marshall is a local historian who for decades has wanted to unlock Drax Hall's secrets.
They have not allowed anybody, any historian, white or black, to have access to their records. Here we are at the great, the enigmatic, and to some extent the mysterious Drax Hall. This is the place where the business model of using slaves on tropical farms, which we call plantations, this is where it was created.
Richard Drax lives in England and won't give us an interview, so it looks like this is as close as we'll get. Until something very unexpected happens.
Can this guy get through here? Quickly. Come.
The manager gives us rare access to film inside the plantation yard.
Ladies and gentlemen, drum roll. Drum roll. You are looking at the oldest plantation great house in the Western Hemisphere. It functioned both as a fortress and a dwelling place. You call this the plantation yard. This is where the action took place. This is where canes were brought to be ground. This is where people were paid money in the post-slavery period. This is where people were flogged, disciplined.
This mansion was built around the 1650s. It's still at the heart of a working plantation today.
For me, as the descendant of slaves, this always brings home to me what slavery was like. It's my ancestors who built this, who constructed this, who provided the labor.
It's a strange feeling to be here in the fields of Drax Hall, the place where for almost 2 centuries slaves worked. And when you're here, you get a sense for just how tough this existence must have been. It is hot, it is oppressively humid. When the sun hits your skin, it just burns. And this is where, for generations, slaves spent much of their life cutting this cane by hand.
Cutting the canes by hand. Drax Hall refused to give anybody access to the records. I wonder why. I wonder why. You see? And therein lies the problem. You know, these ministers in Barbados, these politicians, they all come to office and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and have no viable alternatives. They take over from a colonial system. They promise all kind of stuff and the people buy into it. Yet, the plantocracy is still up and running smoothly. And they don't even interfere with it. Miss Motley, all over the world talking about reparation. And right here in Barbados, you got a whole plantation that's knowingly still owned by the descendant that sits as an MP in Britain. And they don't even mention his name. They don't even call his name at all. At all. I mean, not a word. Seeing this right here, man, is just you got a big well under the tree. You can get a light and look, but you can't see the bottom. Big pain, man. A water well. Wow. Well, I can imagine what's at the bottom of that well, man. We could only imagine. We could only imagine. You know, family. Like the reason I'm saying all this is to say that first, we're gonna pay homage to those who fought for their freedom, who continually fought for their freedom on this particular rock known as Barbados. We salute all of them known and unknown, especially the ones that would have sacrificed themselves in 1816 in April, right here in Barbados. We salute all of you, all, even up to this modern day, because nothing has really changed. We just change how we look at it. You know, the blue dot effect. And these politicians practice this. We start to normalize insanity. We start to normalize insanity. This cat running around talking about he king's counsel, but he for the people. Like, and actually openly boasting about this thing, never denouncing that term, never once, but making fun of people who point out his obvious consistent inconsistencies. That's how psychologically sick they are. That's how you know they're sick, man. They sick. You stood up there next to a bunch of ministers who have done nothing for this country. You mean Ronald Jones? Ronald Jones, the Minister of Education. Point and tell me one thing that Ronald Jones did for the education in Barbados other than call the children devils and demons. Yeah, Torn, you forget that? He called the children devils and they said he want praying for. And quick, so he on his knees getting prayed for. The devil is a liar, man. The devil is a liar, man. Look, I could go on even more. By the way, this documentary is ABC. So, and I could see she's not fully Caucasian. Like, that's why when she stood on that field, she said you could feel it. Because she feel it in her blood. The blood of the ancestors that flow right through that same brown skin sister. She ain't white. Don't get tired with it. They call mulatto or Creole, as they were originally called. What would cause her to come down here and trace this story? What made her the one? So she could feel it. Y'all watch the rest of it, man. It's disturbingly eye-opening. It's disturbingly eye-opening. And we right here, and they don't even touch this stuff. I mean, they tell the tourists this stuff. They don't ever teach us this. It was on a plantation, then you get your freedom, and then you went to buy land right after you were freed. We bought land right after you were free. What we bought the land with? Friggin' rocks. Fucking shack seeds. Dr. Johnson. You gotta be kidding me, man. Look, man. Family, all I'm saying, right? We got to do for ourselves what we could do for ourselves and start relying on these politicians to do for us anything and the promises they make. Right now, Barbados is such a place where it's becoming so divided, and it makes sense why they're trying to divide the country into these little sections and little subgroups. Meanwhile, the Indians are striving together. Whether or not they get along is irrelevant. They're working together for the same goal. The Chinese say work together for the same goal. The Syrians say work together for the same goal. Everybody else here work together for this. Even the Guyanese work together for the same goal. And all, by the way, don't get me wrong. Shout out to my Guyanese family. Don't get me wrong. But we got a million subgroups, man. Little clusters, classism. You know, you went to my school, you went in my circle, you went in my lodge. You and my PTA. Yo. You in part of my choir. You in part of my church. You in part of my party. Well, you're part of my party, but I don't like he. And you don't like he. So we can't be we. There's an old African saying, when two elephants fight, only the grass suffers. Only the grass suffers, family. Drax Hall. I like that question. So who are the overlords of the plantation today? Is he still enslaved? Why not expose the Drax? Well, guess what? He can't expose Drax further because I'll tell you something. He does not know that he is a slave. He thinks he is the overseer of the plantation. Therefore, y'all watch Django. Remember Django? When what's the name? What's the guy, the actor name? Was it Samuel Jackson? I might be wrong. When Django came back with who was it, man? When Django came with the other two Caucasian men, and the owner, the what appeared to be the owner of the plantation pulled up, and Samuel came out. Samuel Jackson, yeah, came out. Yes, sir. He was running the show in the absence. So, homie at that Drax Hall probably functioned the same way. Like, I don't know, I hope not, but in any event, he probably does function the same way, because if I was him, what Drax Hall in England were, I would have been take over Drax Hall. He don't own nothing about here. He ain't getting a dime out of this. Then we distribute the land to the people, we farming, and we taking these crops, and we taking care of responsibility, because somebody is financing Drax Hall, and somebody is taking that money and sending it to Mr. Drax Hall in England. Just like in the days of slavery. Family, we got to stop it. 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 Yes, by the way, shout out to Trouble, man. I give thanks to you, Maria. Shout out to Trouble, man. You know, Trouble has been doing this for a while. A lot of elders, man. And I can see that he getting to the point where it's like, man, yeah, we see. We see it, Trevor. We see it, man. We see it.
Comrade President.
Listen, man. Hollywood can come down and film a slave movie at that plantation. They'll grant them full permission, collect a check. But unfortunately, they'll tell a bunch of stories about how slaves bought land right after they were freed. Like, I am still caught up on that. Like, sis, when you say they bought land, you don't even say they bought something to eat. Like, they could afford a food called groceries expense. You said they bought land. They bought lots, not a lot, lots. Like, what they bought it with, what they were stealing money all along and putting it down. Like, what they bought it with, sis? Like, you for real? Like, this is crazy. You actually said that on TV. Like, anybody with common sense listening, you can tell yourself that Dr. Johnson, the Prime Minister office, insult the integrity of the whole country. You work for the Prime Minister? Man, this is embarrassing, family. Like, really embarrassing. I mean, I might be on here having my moments and whatnot and my speech, but come on, family. You're supposed to be a doctor on a high level working in Prime Minister's office. You're going to say some dumb stuff like that? It was dumb. That is crazy, man. Today, the proof that change is on our doorstep. Do not despair. Family, let me show you how sick this is, man. So I wonder what money they had to buy land at that time. You wonder what money they had? They had gold coins. They had gold. They had rubies and diamonds. They had it in their safe stash under the sycamore tree, under the river tamarind tree. So when they were freed, they went and bought lots so they could now be involved in politics and the runnings of Barbados all of a sudden. I don't know who this woman is, right, family? But she is an embarrassment to the entire country. That right there, oh, please, somebody fix this for me. Mia, you gotta fix this, Mia. This one you gotta fix, man. But let me say this also, family. Did y'all see that thing in the sky today? I don't even have a picture here. I got one somewhere on my phone. Let me see if I can find it really quick. Let me say this. Let me say this. I saw it somewhere. I think it was on the Nation News or something. Maybe I can find it really quick. Give me a second. Let me see. Ancestors, give me that one. Just show me it. 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 Okay. Y'all ain't easy. Okay. That's why I got to love the ancestors. I mean, like, really got to love the ancestors. All right, let me go to this page real quick here, family. Let me see if I can close this out. All right, so y'all saw this today in the sky. People send me all mornings. Even some folks even call me, ask me if I see the portal. I mean, I overstand it. Don't get me wrong. I give thanks to my people. Family, let me tell you something. I'm gonna say this one time and one time only. I don't even get in these kind of conversations with people, but listen to me very carefully. The nation called this a rare halo captured around the sun in Barbados. A rare halo. Like, really? Nation newspaper? You cannot trust the Nation newspaper. They do not print the truth. They disseminate disinformation. They do not print the truth. There's nothing rare about this. I see this all the time. I mean, all the time. It always happens. It's always there. The problem is everybody's head is always down in this device. Everybody's always looking down. Everybody's always looking down. So today, for some reason, somebody looked up, saw it, and they sent around the picture, and it spread like wildfire. Had somebody not done that, and nobody was looking up in the sky. Most people's heads are down on a phone or down on a tablet. Ain't nobody looking up. You ask any farmer. This happens all. This is not a. This happens all. I got hundreds. No, I don't have hundreds of pictures. I got 7 pictures of this happening. This happens a lot, family. A lot. It's just that people are not paying attention. Nothing rare about this. And furthermore, when I see this, I go out the sun. I go indoors. I go indoors. And I'll tell you why I go indoors. Because one thing I have noticed, when this happens, if you look beyond this and look around in the sky, you're going to see one thing that you cannot miss. You're going to see a long trail of a cloud. I can use my words here carefully because I don't know what sort of rules and regulations I might be violating by even saying this. It's a long trail in the sky, a long trail. It starts out looking skinny. It usually comes out from the back of a plane, and it looks skinny. But if you stay there long enough and watch it, you will notice that skinny little line starts to get wider and wider and wider. It doesn't dissipate. It does not dissipate. Technically, it just becomes wider and wider and wider and wider and wider and wider and wider, which tells me that it is getting closer and closer and closer and closer and closer. And as it spreads out, guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? When the sun reflects through those seemingly hazy, thin, like scattered clouds, which they call cirrus or something like that. I don't remember what they call them. A lot of those aren't clouds, family, but are the exhaust from these planes. The irony is that they said it was crystal ice, which I think is funny, and some metallic-like substance. Metallic. Well, metallic. I don't know. I'm just saying. If you stay outside when these things happening, you'll find that the next few days, people got a dry cough. A lot of people around you coughing, a funny cough, or you got headaches or something, family. It is not what you think it is. Stop going outside looking up like in amazement, like you shocked. You think this is something mysterious. It is not. They know what they're doing. And it's not what you think it is, family. In fact, look at the clouds afterwards when this happened. Better yet, look at the sky. Let me not even say clouds. Because I don't want to say certain words because, like I said, I don't know what rules and regulations you can, and conspiracy theories and that kind of stuff. But some of y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Some of y'all know exactly what I am talking about. Listen, Andrea, I saw those early this morning. Enough of them in the sky. I said, damn, boy, one of them days. I was inside for most of the day. I saw so many this morning. And right afterwards, I was here chilling. Somebody called me. Oh, look in the sky, look in the sky. So I go and look. I'm like, yep, there you go again. And right in the distance, a whole bunch of other trails. But people ain't looking, man. People see what they want to see. They see what they want to see. Yeah, family. I notice I didn't say the word up to now, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Yes, ISIS, it will give you headaches without question. Look, some folks were scared to look at it. Yeah, somebody said it was a portal to Andromeda. Actually, that was me. Somebody called me. I told him it's a portal to Andromeda. If you look at it, you get beamed up. I was going to be funny, right? I don't know how to do Canva or Photoshop, but I was going to put a picture of Caesar Borgia. What the guy named that they got us in the church, the white fella with the white robe and the rope. I was going to put him in the middle and let's put the return on it. I was going to make a joke, but I said, nah, that folks may not like that. I put a picture of a white man wearing a white robe and blonde hair and blue eyes in the middle, coming down from the heavens, and said, ta-da. Listen, don't mind me. That was it. Yeah, I was going to put his picture in the middle. I was going to put his picture in the middle, but that wouldn't be funny. But no, seriously, family, don't get tapped with this thing, family. Look up in the sky more often. You will see that this happens a lot. When you see this happening, because the original aspect of this is supposed to signify when bad weather coming. It's supposed to show when bad weather is coming. In a natural order, when this happens naturally, because it does happen naturally with natural clouds. It does happen. But those always tell, that's how we knew how to read the sky, because we would know, okay, yeah, weather coming, serious weather coming. We would know. But they didn't announce the weather coming. So how we get a warning of weather coming when weather ain't coming? So what's coming? Anyhow, family, I don't want to belabor this point. So I gonna let that ride, man. I'm gonna let that ride. Just please, family, the Nation newspaper, a rare halo. Come on, Nation. That happens a lot. I see that all the time. That happens so often, even funny, man. It's like seeing a double or triple hit, rainbow. A lot of people only see one rainbow. I mean, you ever see the double or the triple rainbow? Like one, then one, then one? Like, wow. You got to look up more, family. You got to look up more. While you're looking up, look up some research. But I want to play this last video, like I said, Ronald Jones. I saved the best for last. You cannot make this stuff up. This is the only thing I'm going to play from that meeting they had the other night. I got to play this, though. Mr. Ronald Jones and his African print. I'm all for people getting themselves together, right? I'm all for it. But part of getting yourself together is acknowledging, man, where you went wrong. But anyhow, listen to this. Listen to this right here.
Comrade President, you should have been here today. Somebody advising you wrong. They can't be your friends and your allies when they're advising you wrong. You can only be political leader of the Democratic Labour Party if you have a seat. I don't care by which means that seat comes. You have a seat. And once you accept Comrade Thorn into our midst, he is now the comrade political leader.
Now, why am I playing this? I mean, like I said, Mr. Jones was the Minister of Education when he had a seat. And when last I checked, he has done absolutely nothing for the children of this country other than call them demons. I mean, Mr. Thorne, again, this is who you choose to affiliate with, I suppose. You said you for the people, right, Mr. Thorne? You always about the people, they backing you, right? They backing, well, I don't really know what you mean by they backing you, or they backing them, or they backing you as a them, as opposed to you as a B. In fact, I'm so confused now. You got me wondering. You supposed to be a humble man and whatnot. And you let these colleagues get up there, right? And speak to and speak of the brother Ronnie Yearwood like this. You condone this? You condone this? You condone, of all people, Jones? I mean, Jones? Jones? The man that called the Trojan of this nation devils? What you supposed to do, Mr. Thorne? Yeah, you mentioned about somebody telling you what you supposed to, what you shouldn't do, and people found it entertaining. Quote me on this here, Mr. Thorne, at your next meeting. Listen, I'm going to tell you what you're supposed to do. I ain't going to advise you go and do nothing like you said other people advise you to do. I'm going to tell you this part right here. Jones said you can't be your friends, your allies if they're advising you wrongly. But I'm going to advise you right now. Since you and your colleagues claim that you are the leader of the Democratic Party, you know they say one bad apple to spoil the bunch. You got a few bad apples in your salad bowl. So rather than leave the apples in the bowl to spoil everything, or the stale broccoli, you got to clean up the house. You, since you know the leader, and Mr. Jones is the first one that one of the ones that boastfully promoting this idea that you is in charge. Well, since they all behind you and they want integrity and they want you to do the right thing and they want Ronnie to do the right thing and they want everybody to do the right thing, which is the irony, the whole thing is so profound, it's ridiculous. It's like a circus. And I call it how I see it, it's a circus. So you, Mr. Thorne, if you're not the Trojan horse, if you're really about the people of Barbados and not the people of the party exclusively, or the people in the party that support you exclusively, the first thing you need to do, right, is clean up the Democratic Labour Party. Get your house in order. Since you're in charge, you need to seek new blood. A lot of these old heads that you got up front talking on behalf of you need to be like you in the BLP, put on the back bench. I ain't tell you put them out. I ain't telling you to do that. They put a lot of years in. I'm sure they feel that they own the place by now. They're comfortable enough. They done mismanage enough. I ain't sickler about that. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. Put them in the back and bring the new blood to the front. All the young people that you say you support, like the Kimar and the young ladies, they see you got there in the Trotman. Bring them up front, man. Bring them up front, even Ronnie. Bring them up front. Promote the youth, the future of the new Democratic Labour Party, where you came in and clean up the house and show Barbados that you really for the people. Because the people, you see, the problem is, Mr. Thorne, I'm speaking to you directly, so you can quote me on this, man. You ain't got to worry about nobody implications and all this other innuendos. The problem with your style of politics, right, is that you doing the old-time religion style. You do the old type of politics where you would come up and have, Jones make all this little noise and people like that get emotionally involved in this kind of stuff. And then you come and follow up with some Bible verses and quote the ones that spur up the people and get them, like you some godly man. But blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, though, Mr. Thorne. And you clearly amongst the ungodly, Mr. Thorne. I mean, you would know that better than me, though. So as the leader of the Democratic Labour Party, according to what Mr. Jones is declaring, that he don't care about nothing or whatever he say he don't care about, you need to get rid of some of these people up front that making the most noise, because empty vessels does make a lot of noise. And right now, Jones has got to be empty because, like I said, he has done nothing to have earned him the right to speak so loud in Democratic Labour Party. Where the young people at? Bring them to the front, Mr. Thorne. Clean up the house. All them old heads that think they're running things, put them in the back. Give them consultant jobs for free, though, because they paid themselves already. Enough. and they've been paid enough, plus they're getting a pension already. So you ain't got to pay them. Like me, you ain't got to pay your consultants. They can advise from the back. What you cannot do, Mr. Thorne, is do the old style religion, style of politics, and think you're going to win the young people nowadays. In case you didn't realize, right? The aging population in Barbados in the match for the young ones. You got to reach the youth, Mr. Thorne. And when last I checked, you ain't got the young people. You ain't got the young people at all, Mr. Thorne. You're working with the old heads, man. Yes, remember you're creating the days of that youth. Bring on board the youth, Mr. Thorne. Stop trying to divide Barbados, because the truth and the fact is, folks realizing that you ain't as modest and humble as you portray to be. You let Jones get there and talk all this foolishness. Y'all should hear the other stuff he talk about, but I ain't even gonna go down that road. Ronald Jones, of all people. You might as well get Dorn. You better off giving Dornville and the mic. At least he could have talked some prison stories. I'm sure the folks would have been entertained by how he survived that. Y'all cats, man. It's a whole circus, man. Real thing, man. Real thing, man. Anyhow, family, I give thanks. What time is it? Yeah, I'm out of here, man. Even the cats know when real bad weather will come. Serious. The people go and get sick, and somebody go and say some sickness going wrong. How you know it's so good? All of a sudden we got a new, there's some sort of cold going wrong. Wait, going wrong? Where you feel it come from? I tell you, watch the next few days, man. Watch the next few days, man. Folks gonna be coughing right here, left, right, and center, man. Serious speaking, I'm being sarcastic. Good night to you, Mr. Knight. We see you. I believe those trails are sprayed before they break religiously. Honestly speaking, you go in the morning. Today was so hazy, you could have see it. I mean, you could have see it. They say that we got dust clouds coming from Sahara. All right. But they didn't get here yet. But apparently today was one of them days you could see that mist falling from early, man. Early. Today was a lot of it too. That's why it looked the way it looked. But I've seen that in the sky countless times. I mean, I've seen that countless times. Ain't nothing rare about that, man. But yeah, family, we gotta pay attention. Trudy said she saw the double and triple before. That's right. That's the blessing, man. Stay focused on the heavens, man. The heavens declare the glory of God, the real thing. Yes, Jones is a beer actor. We know that already. He theatrics, man. Come on, looking like he for the people. These cats kill me, man. No daffodil, no so. Yes, Isis. Yeah, he got photographs too. I love them. I love to take them, man. Love them. Just be inspiration, man. Get more children. Yeah, I like the idea, me personally speaking. They said he shouldn't be damn clones. He should be even talking in Barbados. He shouldn't be. I agree, Clark. He shouldn't have a word to say. Ronnie is an opportunist. I don't know if he is. I think that politicians as a whole, all of them, they're politicians, and they claim to be politicians. So by definition, a politician is a politician. I mean, everybody wants an opportunity to do something with their life. So some folks are motivated differently. That's all it is. Different motivation. Torno got to clean up house, though. Prove to Barbados that you serious. Clean up the Democratic Labour Party. You talk about integrity and no corruption. Look, Kimar always going on with no corruption. Kimar always on with no corruption. Kimar going to have to be the one to guide you along with those lines, because I'm sure at some point, if you don't address these issues, Kimar got to talk to you. But man, Mr. Thorne, I mean, you ain't addressing the issue, say, because in case you have forgotten, you left the Democratic Party because you said it was too corrupt. They had no integrity. But now you're back with them. So unless there's some sort of change that has happened, anyhow. They do it here in America early in the mornings. Wow. Yep. Today was one of them days, man. Folks was open on that. Look, family. But I do agree, Mr. Jones, though. Like I said, I honestly felt that, and I did go to see. I wanted to see for myself if that was going to happen, and I really felt that Mr. Yearwood should have been there. Maybe he was not well, you know. Maybe he's working in the field. Maybe he wasn't well. We don't know his reasons, and I'm sure he would make that clear, or has made it clear, why he didn't attend. But in reality, a general is a general, man. You know what I'm saying? We choose our battles, man. So, and Ronnie Jones and them cats, nobody to be afraid of here. Their time has come and gone, man. And they know it. They know it. Ain't like they don't know it. They know it. Right now, they're trying to see if they could hold on to Mr. Thorne's wig. You know, the colonial wig the King's Councils has got to wear. They're trying to see if they can hold on to his wig. Get a free ride, man. Their time is done. Anyhow, family, y'all have a good evening. It was wonderful being here again. The energy, the synergy. If you have any questions, be sure to post your questions on the page. The numbers on the screen, 246 is the area code for those who are not in Barbados. 838-8253. We on Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday at 8 p.m. If I ain't come on at 8 o'clock, you know something going on. Because normally I be here at 8. If I ain't on at 8, Black Lion Security doing work. In fact, having said that, somebody called me and said that young lady is still missing. This is almost 3 weeks now, or going on 3 weeks. I thought she had returned home. I thought I saw some that she was home safe. So I'm not sure, but I sincerely hope that she's home and not being held against her will at this point, because if that is the case, well, that may not be good. So finally, just be vigilant. You know, pay attention to what's going on around you. Pay attention to the surroundings when you're in the street. You have on AirPods. Make sure you have on one and leave one open so you can still be aware of the environment you're in. Be mindful of that. Oh, I got one more thing I want to share by people who be renting cars and traveling. I came across something real quick. Let me share this real quick. Let me give you this last one real quick. Let me give you all this link. I'm not going to show the whole clip. You can watch it. But for those like myself who sometimes rent vehicles from different places, and then sometimes, you know, you're tempted to connect your phone to these Bluetooth, you know, convenient stuff. Listen, I'm going to put this video up here real quick for my people to watch. Let me just put the link up in the comments. I'm going to put the link up here. Y'all need to watch this. It said, don't connect your phone to your car. Not just a rental car, but your personal car. Because apparently these new cars with these computers, believe it or not, is actually relaying information about you. It's crazy. So, like I said, I just came across this information. It was mind-blowing to me. I never heard it before. So I'm going to share it with you. Go watch this video. Go watch this video and get in tune, family. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Make sure you share it with your people as well, because apparently the cars are spying on you. Your car is spying on you. Yep. This thing getting real serious. So pay attention, family. Pay attention. Anyhow, give thanks for your energy, synergy, positive energy for being here. For sure. As always, this right here is a game changer. Pay attention. Ah, man, family. I got a tune I want to drop, though. Yes, this one right here. So let me pull it from the top, man. I know they might stop this or not, but I'm dropping it anyhow. I'm playing this anyhow, like for real. That's what's up. We ain't worry about them. I'm dropping the Fireman Daffodil. I'm dropping the Fireman tune, man. Capleton. No fear them. Pun intended, man. Ralph Torn. Crazy, man. Crazy. It's time to prove yourself now, Rapton. We heard this story about me and Motley, how you left. We all know this story, how you left. We know why you left. We know you said you couldn't handle it. It was no good. No good. Yeah, we know this. We definitely know this phone is spying too, for sure. For sure. But the car too, man, look. Trident ID. Pay attention, family. Pay attention. It's just behave, man. Behave, man.
Fear them, we no fear them, we no fear them, we no fear them, we no fear them. Them is the king, I know them and go disappear them. Cause we no fear them, we no fear them. Well, attack them, but we no hear them. We no fear them, we no fear them. And our judgment I declare.
Let them know from the beginning, man.
Cause them can't walk the walk when me walk, none of them can stay. None of them no trade. None of them can fly when me fly. Me say yes, none of them can trade. None of them no trade. If them these things are right, I know me know the one of them I figure regret. None of them no trade. When them do that, go me at the best. Not so, me say east and west. Which part of them mad? Shango slaughter them mad. They with them a deal with the shot of them God.
Shango.
They taking with them matter them.
Obatala.
We slaughter them mad. We matter them mad.
Yamaye.
Which part of them mad? Which part of them? Which part of them? Alright then. Now no speed and not try overtake again. Them not real from me so them a fake again. Some me come here think up on the eight of them. Next burn up the rat race of them. Them a smile but me know say a traitor them. Them send for COVID they come fight the hit maker them. Some me tell the youth them say we'll fight again. Every youth that did straight. We no fear them, we no fear them. And if them taking them disappear them. Cause we no fear them, we no fear them. Well attack, we no hear them. Cause we no fear them, we no fear them. None shall escape when we declare them. We no fear them, we no fear them. I remember tell them, none of them no trade, none of them can walk me walk, none of them can step me step, none of them no trade. If they be sticking me tell the whole of them straight up, say them I go regret. None of them no trade. Everybody should have know, say we are the best, north, south, east, west. None of them no trade. Well this are not if nor because, make them know this are no bet.
No if nor because.
The arms of flesh we go fail you. In front of face, them a come and hail you. But behind your back, them a nail you. Then them send Babylon, they come trail you. Babylon, them a sell out, so them a sell you. Get a youth and make them corral you. Right now, me say I quell them one quail you. I'm not ready to go put in a hell you. Well, alright, I know the truth, man, I tell you. King Shango come for burn up every spell you. And the workplace, me ready to go shell you. When me tell them again, which part of them bad?
Which part, man?
In the heart of them bad.
Can't fight the fire, man.
Go slaughter them bad.
Look left of the man, go right.
The water them bad.
You're scratching your head, man.
Slaughter them bad. Pass me the matter, me matter them bad.
The more you look,
me ready to go slaughter them bad.
The more you look,
go matter them. Go slaughter them bad.
The less you see.
Telling me a which part.
Which part?
No, nowhere around this part.
Which part?
Telling them at this time. When them a send for the devil, miss a wish part. Yeah. That's time.
Gee, dog, man.
That's time.
Let them know, man. Let them know, man.
That's time.
Let them know, man. Let them know. Let them know, man. We don't worry about that, man. Listen, family. I really children of the Most High, man. Children of the Most High. We know who we be. We know who them be. Same way. Ain't nothing changed, man. Old pirates, yes, they rabbi. We done see when them from far. But you're dealing with a new day, brother. Y'all in factor in the fact that the Aquarius time is now. Everything coming forward, man. This is the day to get your house in order. So, DLP, that goes for you, especially winner, all a winner. Them days done. Them days done. You don't believe me? Watch Barbados National Congress, man. Whole firm, man. Shout out to Fade, the whole Fade family. Shout out to the whole Fade family. Straight up. Like I said, family, you want more information? The area code is 246-838-8253. Tell a friend to tell a friend, family. Y'all have a great evening. Haile Selassie I, Empress Wazir Menin. Is the one perfect balance, man. That's what's up, family. That's what's up, man. Anyhow, you don't know how it goes.
Face them a come and hail you, but behind your back them a nail you. Then them send Babylon they come tail you. Babylon them a sell out so them a sell you. Get a youth and make them corral you. Right now me say I quell them one quail you. I'm not ready to go put in a hell you. Well alright I know the truth man I tell you. King Shango come for burn up every spell you. And the whole place me ready to go shell you. Let me tell them again. Which part of them bad? Dirty bad mind and the heart of them mad. King Shango, you go slaughter them mad. Stagnant like the water them mad. The water them mad, the slaughter them mad. Pass me the matter, me matter them mad. So me ready to go slaughter them. Go slaughter them, go matter them. Go slaughter them, man, I wish part of them mad. Telling me I wish part.
Yeah, fine we.
And I know we're around this part. Tell them at this time. When them a send for the devil, miss a wish part. Yeah.
Yeah, fine we, man. We good to go.
That's time.
More to them, man. More to them.
That's time.